Versatile Mage. Chapter 663. Advanced Fire Magician. The reason why his fire element could not improve further was the barricade surrounding the fire nebula. No matter how much effort he put into meditation, the energy would not increase at all. Mo Fan had sensed the presence of the barricade not long ago. If he did not have three other elements to focus on too, his cultivation would have been stuck at the same level for a long time. He could already cast the third-tier Fiery Fist at Jilin City. The truth was, he had been stuck at the same level for over a year. Now, Mo Fan had finally obtained enough energy to break through the barricade. It could only be done in one go. It turned out that the energy provided by the level 4 stars was stronger than ordinary stars, too. The formidable energy from the strengthened 49 stars suddenly became restless, trying to ram its way out of the nebula. It was like even the stars were tired of being restricted within such a confined space. They were demanding more room. The 49 stars suddenly became Mo Fan's vanguards in breaking down the barricade. Cracks were appearing on the thick walls. Once there were cracks, it was a lot easier to focus on the weak spots and break down the barricade. Mo Fan held his breath and prepared himself to break down the barricade fiercely when Little Loach provided him the next wave of energy. The petals of the lotus on the Nether River fully wilted, implying that Little Loach had sucked away all its life force. The green ripples spread further in the newly spacious world. At the same time, surges of green energy were directed into Mo Fan's spiritual world. It's coming, here it comes. Mo Fan was standing on his toes. He immediately directed the energy into his fire nebula. As soon as the energy arrived, the 49 stars propelled themselves forward wildly, landing consecutive blows on the barricade surrounding the nebula. It had already started to expand. The stars were so vigorous that they were on the verge of exploding. This little nebula could not satisfy their ambitions. The cracks on the barricade grew larger. Mo Fan held his breath as he gathered all his focus, directing the energy to pour into his nebula like a waterfall. He was determined to destroy the barricade. Each time he broke through, he would experience overwhelming pain. The feeling of his head exploding was unbearable, yet even under the pain, he could not afford to lose his attention. He continued to direct the destructive energy into his nebula, adding to the pressure. Mo Fan uttered a deep scream from the depths of his soul due to the pain. His voice echoed in the palace. Lu Ru was terrified when she heard Mo Fan's sudden cry. She quickly went up to him, yet Zhang Xiaohou immediately grabbed her from behind. "He's breaking through, don't go," said Zhang Xiaohou sternly. As a magician, he would never forget the process of a breakthrough. Even though he had no idea why Mo Fan would suddenly attempt to destroy the barricade of his cultivation, it was obvious that he was in the middle of the process. Zhang Xiaohou could even feel the restless energy leaking out from his nebula. He seems to be using the energy of the lotus to rank up to the advanced level. "Such a bold move," exclaimed Fang Gu, studying Mo Fan, whose body was now covered in green veins. Will it work?" said Su Shaoluo in worry. "Who knows?" The group watched Mo Fan anxiously. He was still standing in the corner as flames burst out from him from his energy going out of control. A person's mind and thoughts were linked to their soul. Their soul needed to grow stronger to strengthen the mind and heart, which was the reason why the process of breaking through was incredibly torturous for magicians. The growth of their soul was never an easy process. It looks like he can't hold it any longer. Lu Ru was extremely worried. A breakthrough isn't something that will happen on the first attempt. Those who first experience the pain will immediately give up. The trick is to continue putting your will and your mind through the mill, and once you're fully prepared, you will then break through to the advanced level. "Mo Fan might be rushing it," said Fang Gu. "I believe Brother Fan can do it. He didn't frown when he jumped into the dark abyss with us. I believe he can easily overcome the spiritual impulse." Zhang Xiaohou was extremely confident in Mo Fan. Mo Fan was now at the most important part of the process. The barricade surrounding the nebula was half destroyed. The truth was, Mo Fan had already felt the urge to give up several times during the process. It felt like his soul was going to break into pieces if he decided to hold on even a second more. However, when he thought about the situation he was in, when he recalled how minuscule the humans were in the calamity of undead, when he remembered how vicious the Black Vatican was, when he realized that he would have to wait a very long time until he stumbled into another opportunity to try again, not to mention that he would have to suffer the same pain all over again, he immediately clenched his teeth and made up his mind to settle it once and for all. Advanced level. Once he leveled up to the advanced level, he would be able to cast the advanced spells. Advanced fire, lightning, summoning and shadow spells. Once he mastered these powerful spells, he would no longer be afraid of commander-level creatures. Most importantly, the fact that he could awaken more elements. If nothing went wrong, he would be able to awaken 2 other elements once he achieved the advanced level, which meant he would have 6 elements in total. 6 elements. Even forbidden magicians only had 5 elements, but he had one more than them. If he managed to train all the elements up at the same time, how formidable would he be? As Yao Nan had mentioned, double innate elements only granted him a slight advantage in the basic level. However, with 6 elements, each giving him access to 3 spells in the advanced level, it meant he would have all kinds of defensive, movement, controlling, and destructive spells. How many people left would stand a chance against him? Advanced level. Mo Fan's advanced level was a totally different concept than other people's advanced level. Having 6 elements would allow him to challenge those with a higher cultivation, something that any other innate talents could not possibly achieve. Yao Nan was right about Mo Fan's potential. The double innate elements would only make Mo Fan stronger the higher his cultivation was. He had to achieve the advanced level. Just bear with it a little longer. Even though an advanced magician was too insignificant in the huge calamity to make any difference, the stronger he was in the current situation would bring a greater hope to the millions of people in the city. The Black Vatican was preying on them with a covetous look. How could he possibly send them all to hell without a more formidable strength? Break, 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 just break, you goddamn barricade. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.